Hi, toddlers. So I'm excited to get into today's lesson. It's kind of like last week's, if you watched it. We went on a scavenger hunt and we found some things in nature. This week, it's about the same thing, just a little different. We're going to be kind of creating some artwork with the things that we find in nature. If you did not watch last week's, we just kind of found like leaves, sticks, flowers, an acorn, and then anything you found interesting. But this week, we are going to be going outside with a safe adult with us. So whether that be maybe a grandparent, aunt, uncle, moms, or dads, or anyone that is older, have them with you, and we are going to be going outside and collecting different leaves. So it could be leaves off of maybe a bush, maybe it could be off of a pine tree. They're really prickly, like needly leaves, but they're needles. Maybe it is fallen leaves that we find in our yard. There are so many different shapes of leaves, different colors of leaves. Unfortunately, with it just being winter, we don't have a lot of leaves accessible outside because we're just now getting all of our leaves are finally growing because it's spring. So a lot of them that you might find right now in spring might be brown because they fell off the trees last fall and they kind of lost their color and they turned brown. So toddlers, before we start this activity, I want to make sure that you guys have these two items, just two. So I would like you guys to go grab some crayons and a white piece of paper, preferably a thinner piece of paper. You can ask your adult that will be doing this with you if they have any. And this is my crayons that I will be using. And then this is my white piece of paper that I have with me. You can pause this video if you need to go run and get those things. Moving forward, we are going to leave these inside and we're going to be going outside. And what I want you guys to do when you go outside is to try to find some leaves, maybe different leaves that you find outside. And once you can collect as many as you want or as little as you want. So I went outside and I found my leaves. I don't have a lot of different leaves outside my house right now, but it'll still do. So I have a lot of these leaves, this kind of shape, this kind of crinkly. You can see that there's like holes in it. But if you look at your leaves, you can notice that this stem at the bottom goes all the way up the leaf and it kind of branches out throughout the leaf. And if you feel it, it feels kind of, it bumps up so you can feel the stem. It's usually on just the one side. You can see it on, if you flip your leaf over, you can feel it on the other side, but it just doesn't feel as bumpy. So I've actually found two of these leaves. One is kind of bigger than the other. And another, I found this on a bush actually, but I thought it might be cool for this one. And they just kind of look like this. This one actually has a few little flowers right at the bottom here that have not bloomed yet. But I found these and I thought it would be really cool. So once you have your leaves that you found outside, I want you to lay them on a flat surface So that could be a table. You could lay it on a floor, like maybe hardwood floor, or maybe if you have anything flat. And once you have something flat, I would like you guys to kind of put your leaves down however you want and kind of spread them out. Don't stack them on top of each other like this. See how I'm putting them on top of each other? Because then if you look at it from the top, you can't really see all the different leaves that I created. So space them out kind of like this on a table, however you want. So I kind of just did mine. I'm going to move my camera so you guys can see mine. It might look a little funny because I'm moving my whole laptop, but I'm gonna try that. Hold on. So friends, this is kind of funny, but this is how I have my leaves arranged on my table. So this is kind of how I rearranged my laptop so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I have all my leaves flat on a flat surface, and take your piece of paper, your white piece of paper, and lay it on top of it. You might have to smash it down a little bit. If you have tape, I would put tape on the corners, or have your parents or adult with you help you tape the corners down so it doesn't move. Next, after you do that, select any color from your crayons to start with. So I'm going to select orange. And it's best when doing this to not hold it down like this, but hold it kind of sideways and move it back and forth like that. Or you can use the flat end of the crayon and you can kind of use it like that. But I'm gonna be using mine like this, and make sure your paper is down, and you're gonna be lightly going over. So don't press too hard because then you can't really see it, but lightly we're gonna be going over the leaves like this. And we're gonna be covering the whole page with color. So you can do little sections like this, or you can do the whole page in one color. So I am actually going to change colors. So I did orange, and now I'm going to pick a different color, and I'm going to do some green, hold it down, and continue holding it flat sideways. If nothing's coming through your paper, you should be seeing some lines like this. Press it a little further. Maybe ask your adult to help you, lend a hand. I'm going to be doing this. I'm noticing that the green is kind of showing my leaf a little better than my orange, so maybe choosing a darker color. Alrighty, so that's good for now. We're going to be picking up our paper after that. Take the tape up, and this is what I created. You can kind of see it better like this, but I notice here, boys and girls, do you see that you can see the leaf through my coloring? So I couldn't collect many leaves, but if you guys go and collect leaves, I encourage you to find different shapes of leaves, not all the same, because your guys's will come out so cool. And once you guys are done creating this, I would love for you guys to have your adult send us a picture of what you've created. We would love to see your artwork. And I hope you guys enjoyed going outside and being in nature, as well as creating this fun little leaf imprint. So that's kind of what we're doing. Imprint is kind of like makes a mark. So the leaf kind of made its mark through the paper. So that's what I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have fun. Bye, toddlers.